Oh, that's terrible. Welcome. Hello to my friends. Those who are coming here after the fact, please give me a second here. I'm going to clean the lens off my phone. What a terrible host. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully, the sounds are not irritating. There we go. Completely clean lens. Welcome. It is Tuesday. Tuesday means there is a weekly playlist on Spotify that has refreshed, and that also means that I get to scroll some new music, and I figured I would just do it live. So I'm going to change my chat filter, make sure everybody is in here. Cool. And then I'm going to share my live experience. My live video, where is it? I need to turn that down and copy. Okay, share live now. Sharing to my Facebook. Cool. I know this is very impromptu, it's very casual. I figured I would just do a live and scroll through the weekly playlist. Yes, I'm going to scroll through my Spotify weekly playlist, and we're going to listen to all the songs together. There's roughly 2 hours of music, but I'm going to just scroll through them and listen to a little bit at a time, and just try to showcase a little bit of what's playing on the in this playlist. Describe and show the name of the songs as we go. So first up, the song that's going to be playing first is a song called Waves by Ollie Steele and Adam Benjamin. I believe this is a metal song. I'm not entirely sure, but let's find out together. The volume's only at about 35 right now, so I'm going to do what I can to adjust the volume as we go here. Again, it's a very casual sort of show. Answer any questions in the chat as I see them as we go along the way. Nothing really special to reveal at the end. I have no sense of customer retention other than what's on my playlist. I'm just going to play a minute or so of each of these songs in the Discovery playlist today. And we will find out what Spotify recommended for me all at the same time. So this is Ollie Steele and Adam Benjamin. The song is called Waves. Imbalance might be the album name. Pretty cool. A little bit of metal. All right, here's number 2 on the Discovery playlist. Thank you for joining and watching. Today we are just scrolling through Spotify playlist. This is Discovery, so the algorithm has recommended me these songs. I actually like that. How's everybody doing today? I know this live is very sort of random, no schedule. I'm just jumping in when I can get in. My other friends are going to be live later on. I know Living Live with Andy, the kicker show is usually on Tuesdays, so I need to get in and out before he goes on live, which means I need to actually take a look at the timeline to make sure that I know when they're going live. So yeah, there's the song Pan Am Panic, say Love of Humanity. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. Takuya, Pan Am Panic. It's pretty cool jazzy stuff. So anyways, let's go next. Out of the Dirt, Virgil Donati. So this is Virgil Donati is actually a very, very popular drummer. So this should be a very interesting dynamic track. Wow, that actually is pretty crazy. Virgil Donati is one of those like all-time heavy drummers, and for him to have his own albums out, and the fact that the algorithm recommended Virgil to me is actually pretty cool. Gotta say, I'm impressed. Song's a little weird, but I'm impressed that it recommended it for me. It's pretty good low end in there. Crazy drumming, of course. I wouldn't expect anything else from Virgil. Yeah, it's a little wild. If you're not a drummer, that's probably not that interesting. Okay, next, moving on. LeBron? Kiss and Tell by LeBron. This will probably be slow and groovy. Oh my God, my panties are wet already. Woo! LeBron Shades, or maybe the album is called Shades. Kiss and Tell. Wow, this is incredible. Mohammed34 says hello. Hello. So this is the song that we're listening to here. Just scrolling through Spotify. I am from Earth. So we're gonna keep it rolling here. Mike Stern. So this looks like Chromazone, Z-O-N-E, Mike Stern. Interesting, sort of like a groovy sort of sound. I'm not really sure, I'm not familiar with him at all. Very jazzy, actually. Time in Place is the name of the album. Very cool. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, I skipped two. No, that's okay. That's the next one. Funkin' Jazz. This is Dirtbag Part 1. Gary McKay, Justin Humphries. Lot of jazz here. It's a pretty cool album. I like these grooves. So the algorithm on Spotify has picked up on some of the things that I've been interested in lately. A lot of the songs that I listen to are jazz and all that kind of stuff. SVS are handling all of the sounds very, very well. The review for these went up a couple of days ago. Really, really good stuff. All right, let's scroll again. Actually, I'm going to move this back a little bit. It's easier to reach. Obviously, a lot of jazz. It knows that I'm listening to jazz. This is a song called Scream by Bossa Nostra. So like bossa nova sort of sound, but it's Nostra. That's pretty cool. Not bad, not bad. I like this. Very easy listening, pretty well recorded. All right, scrolling on to the next one. More jazz. Jazz Sabbath, Fairies Wear Boots. Pretty good stuff. So all of this is just recommended from the Spotify playlist. We're going to scroll again. We're getting jazz after jazz after jazz in here. Oh, this is Michelle Nedgocello. Interesting. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. That's a very, very interesting last name. But this is pretty cool. It's got more groove to it. Very interesting sort of sound. That's new. It's more pop sounding. Very sort of cerebral lyrics. Singing about Jesus. Next. Animals as leaders. Aperiophobia. Now, I love animals as leaders. This should be a very interesting sound. We'll see how this one breaks in. Interesting stuff. I mean, animals as leaders are already they are also very jazzy, very talented band, mostly metal instrumentals, but every once in a while you get something like very different like this thrown in there, and this is actually pretty cool. I guess maybe that's why the algorithm recommended this song, because it is more just jazzy than it is anything else. No metal sort of heaviness to this yet. So anyways, that's Aperiophobia, which probably has some ironic sense of like what this song is. So let's go. Let's check out the next one. Regressor and Jack Garner. This is Spearmint. This also sounds like jazz. My whole Discovery playlist this week is all jazz. Really nice bottom end in that. The bass levels are really good. I actually really like that. I don't know how much of it's translating onto the camera, but anyways, let's go on to the next one. Let's see what else it's giving us. Carousel Chris Standring. This is new to me, so we are discovering it together. Carmen is here. What's going on, sir? How are you? We're just scrolling through my Spotify discovery list and figured I would just share it. Haven't been on live or made too many videos over the last few days, so here is my opportunity to just talk to the friends or myself for most of the time, because I didn't let anybody know I was going live today. It just kind of, it's gonna reach who it reaches naturally. So we're just gonna go with it from there. But yeah, I'm oh, Carmen says out watering the back garden. That's interesting. And scrolling on the phone too. That's crazy. I mean, I need a schedule of some kind. I need like a, hey, why don't you check on the phone or check for me every day at this time, and I can at least make an attempt to come on live at the same time. That's the best I got. All right, scroll into the next one. This is a song called Richmond by Moses Yofi Trio. This is also going to be jazz. More than likely is going to be jazz. Ooh, that's funky. Big bass drum. Very, very low. Low 40s, mid 30s. Not bad. Not bad. Pretty steady sort of groove. I'm only playing about a minute of each song because why not? Algorithm's going to pick this one up and the whole thing is going to be copyright strikes, so we'll see how many of these songs actually get this whole video blocked. Scroll to the next one. This Love is on the Way. Dave Kaz, Chris Botti. This is also a pretty good jazzy track. You know how it is. I mean, I can imagine most of these songs are going to get copyright clipped or at least flagged. So I'm only really just doing this to post some video content, just say hello to friends and occupy some time. Probably won't even be on here for an hour, maybe even half an hour. Depends on how fast I scroll through these songs. Dave Kaz. Yeah, that's a pretty smooth track. I can see myself adding that to the playlist. Oh, this might be different. Giggle Button. Thank you, Scientist. Oh, any wonders if there was drugs involved with this one? Giggle Button. I love it. That's hilarious. That's a little bit of rock, metal, jazz. Oh, this one might have to stay in the playlist. That's funky as shit. Oh, that's wild. It's probably not everybody's cup of tea, but it's different. And I like that it's funky, for sure. Thank you, Scientist. All right, next. Concave, Nick Andre, Jazz Mafia. Geez, all the jazz and funk this week. My whole Discovery playlist is all funky. Wow, yeah, that's also really funky. Yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad. Not my favorite so far. All right, let's hit next. Out of the Void, Pliny, Kiko Lorario. Oh, this is going to be metal. Pliny is a very, very talented guitar player. So I'm not sure who the other guy is. Most likely another guitar player, but yeah. Get ready for this one. This will be a completely different vibe. This will not be jazz. However, Pliny is a very, very good, talented jazz sort of guitarist. If you can play jazz and metal at the same time. Interesting space on the recording. Ooh, interesting vibes. Yeah, so that's Pliny and Kiko Lorario. Interesting, interesting. Not really sure what to make of that. This is going to be drum and bass. Liquicity is a famous sort of like name for drum and bass. So this comes off of a compilation. This is LFG John Void. So this is going to be our drum and bass installment of the evening. You can notice already the volume change from this production and the last songs. I haven't touched anything. It's just that's how loud these EDM tracks are produced. EDM tracks are almost always louder than anything else because they're chasing this loudness war. So, LFG, John Void from the Liquidity. I don't know how to pronounce that. You see it. Ooh, got some crazy bass in that one. Interesting. We're gonna go to the next one. So this is Ascend the Helix, Relinquish. So we've moved past the jazz portion of the evening and we're moving into the metal and drum and bass. That's half and half. A little more interesting sort of music. Again, to anybody coming in to watch later on, we are scrolling through my Spotify recommended list or my discovery list, and whatever pops up, pops up. I'm just gonna give it a couple minutes, or at least 30 or 40 seconds per song, and then we'll scroll on to the next one. You never know what's gonna come up given the algorithm. I didn't see this one coming. All right, next. Oh, that's interesting. Cindy Bradley, Lost and Found. This is like, ooh, real evening vibes. It's like some evening you want to grab a drink and just before you're ready to take your pants off, just put on some of this smooth, funky jazz and then let it happen. Nice, smooth recording. Yang by Richard Henshaw. Interesting. I have no idea what this is. Again, this is the Spotify discovery list, so these should be mostly bands and music that I've never heard of before, which is the whole point. The idea of allowing the algorithm and suggestion playlist is to discover something new and maybe something that I really like. Again, very jazzy. Very interesting. Oh. Nice low end in the recording. That's very jazzy and modern. Next. Lark and Seed Miles. If that's French, I just butchered that. Incognito is the name of the album or group, so that's pretty cool. Incognito Tribes, Vibes, and Scribes, whatever. Oh, that's pretty cool. More jazz, more funky beats. Most of the playlist has been like that today. Spotify knows that I'm just listening to chill music most of the time. Let's hit next. Sundra Funk. Oh my god, there's so many names. It's Street of Minarets. Defar Youssef. This is actually really good. The bass recording in this is awesome. This is going in my playlist. Holy shit. This is really good. And that's how I find new music. I just scroll through the list indiscriminately and unbiased and just see what happens instead of being fixated on the things that I like and only listening to my own echo chamber. It's good to explore a little bit and see what comes of it. And this is great. It's got really good bass on it. And the recording sounds very good. I mean, I'm not in my ideal position leaned up like this, but this recording still sounds really good. Very, very good stuff. Yeah, I added that one to my playlist. All right, let's see what else is on the list. Osric Tentacles, Storm in the Teacup. Oh my god, this is definitely Psytrance. This has to be a Psytrance track. That would be the only thing that makes sense. Storm in a Teacup? Oh my goodness. Either that or it's like easy listening, sort of ambient music. Anybody place your bets? Is it going to be ambient or Psytrance? My bet's still on Psytrance. We'll wait till it kicks in. Oh, I was wrong. This is like guitar metal / jazz. So it's like stoner rock, if you will. Interesting. I didn't see that coming. Pretty cool. Next, Jeff Lorber, Ain't Nobody. Oh god, this song sounds pretty incredible. Also well recorded. Oh my god. Oh, just kicking it. Sounds really good, actually. Typical sort of like funky, jazzy. Carmen is saying the only way to discover new and interesting music, let the algorithm take you places. Well, it is today for sure, because I mean, otherwise you have to, you know, we used to rely on the radio or DJs or friends, and you know, record stores. You just browse and take a chance, right? Now we can do that so much faster. You just scroll through music these days. You can find stuff you've never heard of before, and it's not to take away from sharing music with your friends, which is why I'm doing it live here. All right, let's click next, find out what's next on the algorithm. Levity, Jan David. So this is running Shazam to get the tracks. Okay. So this sounds like another sort of like guitarist instrumental band. Yeah, not bad. Guitarist. It's like solo guitarist that pairs up with a drummer or a band, or they have their own band and just make some sort of music. So that's pretty cool. Jan David. All right, next on the scroll through, we've got Serpentine, Apollo Suns. Any bets this is funk music? That's about as funky as it gets. Holy sheep shit. Nice. That funky phrasing. Recording with the natural room reverb. Nice punch on the bass drum. Nice spacing too, the left and right sound staging. So that's Apollo Sun Serpentine. Switch on the 16s. All right, this is 10 Ton Substance and Flow Don. Flow, I recognize the one name, so this is going to be a drum and bass track with an MC in the background. We'll wait till this kicks in. Again, you guys might never see this video again. This might be the only time that it plays because there's so many songs. If the algorithm and YouTube decide that it's all copyright, it might get blocked or banned. Who knows? So we're just doing it for the moment. Enjoy it. 10 ton. Yeah, this is going to be drum and bass with an MC. 100%.
Load up, select, aim, fire. Heavy artillery delivered through the wire. Roll up, take away your empire. Heavy artillery.
Oh, that bass line's gonna kick in. Something heavy.
Load up, select, aim, fire. Heavy artillery delivered through the wire. This one heavy like 10 tons. So when I drop it on the spot, you know I bring the vibe high. Fully loaded, ready, never fold.
Oh my goodness.
When I mission, check the stats, we leave you floating. It's vacant and it's open, shaky and it's broken. Madness when I envision all this caddy that I'm smoking. Trample like an elephant, sticking to the regiment.
Dave listens to hi-fi's like, those subs seem effective. Oh, hell yeah, man. I can feel that right into the low 30s, easy. There is like a room gain around 47, 48. So yeah, but below that, I've got them tuned in nicely. So that's Substance and Flowdown 10 ton. I hate to move away from bass that good, but we're gonna move on and see what else pops up. So Paolucci's Cafe. This is obviously a very old recording, or at least it seems like it. Jan Ackerman and Thijs van Leer. So this seems like a very sort of jazzy sort of song, at least judging by the intro and from what I hear so far. Yeah, I've been absolutely impressed and in love with the SVS subs. I know they're not the best subs in the world. They're not like the highest capable type sort of subs, but for my medium-sized room, small room, and the system that I have in here, I honestly don't need much more than that. 2 12s is plenty for this space. I'm not looking to rearrange my bowels on a daily basis. I just need them to fill in that bottom end without punching me in the face. So, I mean, while some people really like their 18s and their 15s and size matters, you know, yada yada, not me. I'm more of a substance person than I am about the size. It's not the size, it's how you use it. Wow, this is really slow. Jan Ackerman. All right, thanks, buddy. We're going to move on. So this is Hattler, Fine Days. This is like a vocal group, vocal jazz. It's pretty cool. Dave says the question is, do they integrate well? I've got them pretty dialed in. Yeah, below the room errors, they're only boomy at 47 hertz, which is the room, and then beyond that, they sound great. There's no gaps between them. There's just the room bump. That's about it. So yeah, I think the bookshelves do very, very well down to the sub frequencies, and beyond that, I don't feel like there's anything missing between them, right? The bass sounds natural, doesn't sound slow. They're sealed subs. There might be a little bit of delay, like the room adds a little bit of slowness because the room's energy takes a while to die out. If I'm going to be honest about that. But other than that, I think the subs are doing well. Like the room has got problems, but the subs are fine. So that was the last track. Now we're back here at the beginning. So you know what? While I have you guys here, let's do something else. I'm gonna scroll through my list, and they usually have what they call a release radar. So that's, no, we don't want to listen to that. Go here. Nope. French music. I want to go to release radar. There we go. So the release radar changes all the time. And I just want to scroll through this playlist to see what happens. So I missed the start. Where are you pulling these tracks from? Is this what you have been listening to lately? No. So the beginning of the video, it's this playlist. This is the Discovery Weekly playlist. It's suggestions from Spotify to show me like new things. So Carmen is asking, are you streaming through the Wiim? Yes. So you can see here on the list, I'm streaming through a device called the Riddler. The Riddler is the Wiim Pro Plus. So there's the Wiim Home. I will show you that Spotify does show up on the device. You can see that that's what I was listening to. All of my settings there. So when I press on this, it should open up into Spotify. You see that? So I can play it from that surface and essentially just plays the Spotify playlist through the Wiim app. So I can control it from either or, because as you know, Spotify has the Connect and Qobuz does not yet. So we're still waiting. We're still waiting on that. So I'm going to go into release radar. We're going to hit random and then we'll see what. Oh, it's Born of Osiris. Born of Osiris has got a new album out. And I heard a little bit of this the other day, but we'll play a little bit of it for you guys here. It's a lot more aggressive than the jazz I was listening to. Yeah, the latest updates for the Wiim has cleaned up the app. Yeah, definitely. I can see that. Yeah, so Born of Osiris is a very heavy metal band. It's not going to be everybody's taste. But the recording quality is very good. And if you want to test your mid-range, I don't think there's any better way to test mid-range than metal. All right, we'll give it next. And this is Bass Bin Zombies. Iyre. So if this is Bass Bin Zombies, I imagine this song's gonna have some bass in it. Any bets? You can't see the subwoofers moving from this distance, and it's not really that loud, to be honest. Just enough for me to hear it. It's pretty interesting bass line. See if they add something crunchy over the top. This will be EDM/dubstep. Gotta wait for the drop. Can't change the song before you hear the drop. That's cheating. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that's got some bass in it. It's got that 45 to 60 range in it. Nothing really, really low. So that's Iyre, Bass Bin Zombies. All right, let's move on. Will Sparks, Between Us. This is actually kind of loud. See, like the EDM stuff is always louder than everything else because of the loudness wars. They don't have any dynamics in the music. It's just everything is as loud as possible and they just scream. So every time EDM or jungle comes on, I have to turn it back down because there's no dynamics. It's kind of annoying. I mean, like, it's okay if you're at a club, which is what it is, club music. But to be scrolling through music and then coming across something like that where the loudness gap is so small and they have everything maxed out, it's very annoying. So this is Will Sparks with a Between Us remix. So this is going to be drum and bass. Again, we're listening to Spotify's release radar now. We started with the discovery list, streaming through the Wiim Pro Plus, into the Rotel, out to the Orchard audio amps, and on to the SVS speakers. Bjork Hollow 16-bit remix, phenomenal, even the bass hits. I know that song very well, and it's not the best. That's, to be honest with you, that's one of those like popular bass remixes because a lot of people like it and they don't know the EDM world that well, so they're not sure what to look for. 16-bit's not new to me. I've been listening to them for like 10 or so years, more than that. So it's not really the best you could get. If you really want to hear something crazy, I'll give you a list. I'll make a bass playlist if that's what people are really into. Because to be honest with you, the mainstream idea of bass is not very good. I've heard some absolutely ridiculous stuff before, and what I hear going around at audio shows and recommended is like not that great. Fleetwood Mac live? No, we're gonna skip that one. Marshmallow, Miles on It. This is gonna be a dance track. Yeah, exactly. Now everyone runs Ghost Rider, exactly. I can't stand that song. I'm absolutely sick of hearing that song because it's like it's for people who they don't listen to anything outside their wheelhouse. They hear something new and it becomes a standard and people just want to hear it over and over and over, and how does it sound here? How does it sound here? How does it sound here? And it just makes the music boring, you know, like bass is bass. You're gonna find a lot more music if you just ask for something random. DJs don't look at the crowd and say, hey, what do you want to hear next? No, DJs just play what they like to hear, and then you learn to appreciate them. This is Vacant Voice, Crystal Lake. It's a very heavy metal track. Not my favorite, if I'm honest. It's a little flat. Carmen says, overused. You want great bass and a great song as a part of a performance. Yes, exactly. So finding a new song with great bass is more exciting than hearing something that you've heard 40 times. Like, you couldn't get more boring, in my opinion. Run to You, some D40s for some days. Would that say some days? Some days edit. It's a Bryan Adams remix. See what happens when you listen to new music? You find something cool. I love cover songs like that. I mean, we all know Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams is a very classic singer. Come on. That's why you scroll through music. You get to find some real cool stuff. It's boring, but it's new. All right, Brian. All right, Bryan Adams. We've already apologized for Bryan Adams. So this is Kumarion. One more time. I hate that it doesn't focus on my camera. Jesus. Constantly fighting with my cameras. So I had to get these songs over with before it gets late. I want to respect my neighbors, and I still have time on there. 19:17, so it's almost 8 o'clock here. So we'll just let it drop in and then drop out. Like I said, I can't change it before the drop. That's not fair. Gotta hear the drop. Ooh, I like that. It's got that like aggressive background noise over the bass. Yeah. Nice grooves. Kumarion, one more time. That's a really good track. Thank you for that, gentlemen, sirs, people, persons. All right, next. Sorry. Christopher Galavon, What a Friend I Found, instrumental. Could be jazz, Could be guitars. Could be cello. Piano. Interesting. Piano and cello. Carmen DeSantos says, gotta run. It's getting buggy out here. Everyone stay safe. Buggy, as in mosquitoes? Oh, I see the mosquito emoji. Yep, it's a good idea. Stay inside. Don't get bit. It's not worth it. Yeah, we're almost out of here anyways. This release radar playlist is going to come to a close in a minute. Just want to get through a couple of these tracks, then we'll sign out. Colm R. McGinnis, Stick Season. Like folk singing. Kept on driving straight and left the future to the right. Now I'm stuck between. Not bad. If you're into that kind of thing, Colm R. McGinnis. All right, two more. Our boy Tom McDonald, Everybody Needs Me. This is an absolute banger. I do appreciate his humor. They wanted to get rich and they started a pandemic and they really want to win, so they're rigging the elections. Everybody's offended by everything every second, and any time that I mention them they can never get pregnant. I get aggressively threatened by kids with 17. Yeah, I like Tom. Tom's got a lot of messages to listen to and very thoughtful sort of lyrics. Yeah, Tom's hilarious. Everybody Needs Me is a pretty fun song. He's talking about a lot of the woke stuff that's happening in world politics, things like that. So this is Lauren Boffel and Kevin Rapio. You're on Your Own. This sounds like original soundtrack for a movie called Decoded. Interesting. I'm going to have to look up this movie afterwards. So this will be the last one. We'll be on for another couple of minutes, and then we're going to be signing out. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Coming with us along this long journey. It's been 48 minutes. Don't know if this video is going to stay up because of copyright, but we're going to roll the dice. If it doesn't stay up, then I'm glad that my friends came to watch. I appreciate you being here. I'm glad that we can share moments in music. That's really what music is about. The people that we connect to, the people that make the music, the people that are providing the services in order for us to hear the music. The business itself has its ups and downs, but I appreciate the people who are genuine about it. So this is an original soundtrack. This will be the last song of the stream. I appreciate people for coming to watch, clicking, being curious. The system rundown, SVS, Ultra Evolution bookshelves, SB 1000 Pro subs. There are 2 of them in the room. Orchard Audio, Starkrimson Mono Premium amplifiers, Synergistic Research cables and power conditioner there. A Rotel preamp, Rotel CD player, and the Wiim Pro Plus streamer, which Spotify is streaming through. So once again, thanks everyone for coming to watch. This has been the Release Radar on my Spotify playlist. So there you go. There's Release Radar. And that'll be the end of the stream, ladies and gentlemen, and folks and boys and girls and cats and dogs. I will catch you in the next one. I'm normally on at about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's about my normal for weekdays. I will try to schedule something through the weekend if I have another topic or another interesting thing to bring you. Right now, things are kind of climbing down. A lot of the review stuff, I have to do something for the amps. I want to feature them in their own video. The amplifiers have been absolutely fantastic these last number of months. I've enjoyed them on all of the speakers. There's synergistic research as well. I need to do A/B comparisons, which is very difficult and very highly subjective, which is just essentially just something that I wanted to do to see if I can hear a difference in my system. I know that a lot of people will have questions about how things that are so expensive and why if you can't hear a difference. And I have those same questions too, which is why I wanted to borrow some equipment and see what I can hear. And then I can just report on what I think, given my honest opinion without any bias or caution at all. If I don't hear a difference, I will tell you I don't hear a difference. That doesn't mean that it doesn't make a difference, but it only means that I may not hear a difference. And if I do, I'm gonna damn well tell you I hear a difference because the stuff is actually built really, really well. High quality items, whether you want to admit or not, have a longevity. They will last you longer instead of falling apart in your fingertips. All right, that's enough for me. Thank you for watching the stream, listening to the Discovery playlist on Spotify, Release Radar on Spotify. I will be back later on in the week, so I appreciate all of my friends who have come to watch, join, subscribe if you're new, if you like it. It's a little weird, and I don't really need it at all. Commenting on the video would help out a lot. If you scroll and watch a previous video on my library, that's really helpful. The like button shows some engagement, so YouTube knows that I'm doing something people like. But if you didn't like it, don't hit the button. All good. I'll see you in the future. Me and my feet will be right here waiting. All right, everybody, have a great night. I'll see you in the future. Take care of yourselves.